Hello, everybody, and we're going deeper on how deep we're going, but we're going to go deeper on this beautiful Sunday. It's the third Sunday, and now we really start with the Gospel of Luke. In fact, our Gospel begins with chapter 1. And so he writes, since many have undertaken to compile a narrative of the events that have been fulfilled among us, just as those who were eyewitnesses, from the beginning and ministers of the word have handed down to us, I too have decided, after investigating everything accurately anew, to write it down in an orderly sequence for you, most excellent Theophilus, so you may realize the certainty of your teaching you have received. Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit, and news of him spread throughout the whole region. He taught in the synagogues and was praised by all. He came to Nazareth, where he had grown up, and went according to his custom into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. He stood up to read and was handed a scroll of the prophet Isaiah. He unrolled the scroll and found the passage where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to captives, recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, and proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord." Rolling up the scroll, he handed it back to the attendant and sat down, and all the eyes of the synagogue looked intently at him. And he said to them, "Today this scripture passage is fulfilled in your hearing." The Gospel of the Lord. Well, I'm back. I was out with the COVID. Thankfully, nothing too severe. That strand, nothing like the initial COVID that was sweeping the country back in 2020. And so I'm trying little by little get back into the routine. So I didn't have an opportunity to really delve in too deeply myself personally on this Gospel of Luke. But one thing I want to bring to your attention is, where it says about Jesus, he came to Nazareth where he had grown up and went according to his custom into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. And I just want to emphasize that, because what we have lost sight of, many of us, no, not many, but too many of us, the importance, the expectation, all right, of going to church on Sunday. Well, Saturday evening for those who do, but Sunday. Jesus, it said, he went to the synagogue on the Sabbath day. Why? According to his custom. So he's the Son of God, he's the Messiah, yet, becoming man, he realizes that as a good Jew, he goes. Not that he need to go. Were they going to tell him anything that he didn't know, right? No. But he's a faithful, practicing, and God-honoring person. And so one thing we need to look at ourselves is, where is my commitment to keep holy the Lord's Day? And as Catholics, we see that's by attending Mass on the Sunday. And it's not a sometime thing or most of the time thing, but it's our custom that we attend. Of course, maybe you're sick, unable to go, that's different. But it's not a choice we make when we wake up, oh, I think I'll go, or not today, I'm not up to it, I'm a little bit tired. No. We make that commitment. In fact, we make it even before we wake up on that day. It should be automatically committed. This is what I do. I go to church on Sunday. That's it. There's no question. It's not like what I do, laying my clothes out every day now. I'm prepared. That's it. I don't have to think. So when I get up in the morning, I don't have to go through, my clothing, which one. Well, I don't have many options, but anyway, it's already decided. That's one less decision. That's what they say to do, these business people, cut down on decisions you have to make. The less you get distracted. You see that some of these guys, I think Steve Jobs wore the same clothes, not the same clothes, but the same style. He wore the same thing because he had to go through his rack of clothes and which matches with which. It's the same with us. Sunday, I just say commit, no. This is what we do. No questions asked, no debating, no figuring out, okay? So challenge yourself. What is, your custom of attending. And for those who do attend, I thank you, and I applaud you, and I encourage you to keep up that beautiful habit. And the other thing I want to bring to your attention as well is when he reads from that, and I lost my place here, excuse me, a crazy phone sometimes. Just want to share this with you once again, what the Spirit of the Lord did upon him. He said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He sent me to proclaim liberty to captives, recovery of sight to the blind, Let the oppressed go free and proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord. Well, that's from the prophet Isaiah, and that's what he said fulfilled in that. But we too are anointed, and the Spirit of God is upon us. But we don't really accept that because we think the Spirit of the Lord is upon those people who do these rather outstanding acts, right? Who bring glad tidings to the poor, who proclaim liberty, who preach, who teach, or actually have the gift of healing, all right? Or they wear the special clothes, or they're ordained. Those are the people that the Spirit of God is upon. We others, no. By our baptism, the Spirit of God is upon us, and we're confirmed it is only strengthened. All of us have the Spirit of God. It may not be as glamorous as we may think, or may have not had that, the public platform, but we all have something that God has called us to do. The Spirit of God is upon us, whether it be in my own home, my own neighborhood, my own parish, whatever may God has called us to do in small ways, doesn't matter. But the Spirit of God is upon us. So again, I mentioned before, but don't compare yourself. It's not the greatness what you do, but just being faithful to what God has called you to do, because the Spirit of God is upon you. And so let's be faithful to that then, living out our calling, our mission, as God so desires it. But hopefully, see you on Sunday. Not some Sundays, not most Sunday, but every Sunday. God bless you.